So I attended the Sandler Summit this year in Florida, and I've attended other Sandler Summits over the past few years. Last year, I decided to attend it virtually, but this year I decided I really want to go in person, and that's because I felt like when I go in person, I can really disconnect myself from my business as well as from my personal life and just really immerse myself in that moment where I'm face to face with the instructors and I can really interact with them as well as the other participants and really give myself time to focus on myself and as well as on my business. And so that's why I chose to go and why I will go next year as well, because that time is so beneficial to me in growing my business and also for myself. For me, I went in with a goal in mind, and that is I've really been trying to focus this past year on dreaming bigger. You know, as a little girl, I had so many big dreams and I could draw them out, I could write them out. But as I have grown into a seasoned woman, I have found that dreaming is so hard. So I really wanted to take this time for myself and see what I could imagine and come up with that could move my company in a direction that would be beneficial for my team as well as for the customers that we serve. And that was what was great about that time away from the office, that time away from my email and my phone, and to completely enjoy the process and listening and getting new ideas. So I attended a session with Emily Yepes called Equal Business Stature. This was important to me because as taking over Land Enterprises Roofing from my late husband, who was the founder and the CEO, and he passed away, I felt like I was just faking it till I make it. You know, who am I to run this company? And so I really wanted to go and learn about what is equal business stature and why that's important for me. And what I came away from that is that faking it till you make it is really unauthentic. And I certainly don't want to be that. And you can have many layers to yourself. And even though that wasn't what I started off in life wanting to be, is running a roofing company, this is where life has brought me. And I absolutely love what I do every day. And so I need to show up to every meeting, every event that I attend as that CEO of Land Enterprises. And so how do I want to represent myself in that moment? And that's a lot of what I learned from that breakout session. And that was very impactful for me. I think just putting down my phone, not paying attention to, emails that were coming in. Phone calls can wait, emails can wait, and just being completely present. Sometimes it's hard. It's hard for me to just sit too. I'm used to being up and moving, so I found myself struggling a little bit in that area, but what I was getting and hearing and learning was so helpful to me, and I felt like I couldn't write fast enough. So just making sure that I'm being held accountable, that I'm bringing something away. I didn't want to take time away from the office, from my family, and just go and it's a vacation. I wanted to go and learn something and bring something back and make it well worth my time. So for me, I created what's called a hot list. This was one thing that my Sandler Growth Systems team asked me to do. And so after I've been back, and I've been back about 3 weeks now, I went over my hot list last night. And these are basically just takeaways that I received throughout the entire seminar. And now I'm assigning timelines of how I want to get these things accomplished. And what's great is that the Sandler team is holding me accountable to getting those things done. And I can bounce ideas off of them. And so that for me has been huge. Another big takeaway that I had from one of the speakers, Benjamin Hardy, he talked about how one of the best ways to have a really great day is not to get enough sleep at night, although that is important, but really to set your expectations that you're going to have a great day and to look forward to it. And so I have been following that every night, and it has made such a big difference as I get up and tackle my day. And when I find that I'm feeling overwhelmed or stressed or maybe even dreading something I have to do, I remind myself there's nothing here that you can't handle, nothing that you can't do. And so that's helped me propel myself forward and to help expand my comfort zone. I would highly recommend it. This is the time for you to, like I said, disengage from everything else and just focus, immerse yourself in the process and learn. And, for me, there is no greater investment that you can make than in yourself. And lots of people will ask me, why has Land Enterprises been so successful for so long? And my answer is always because I invest in myself and I invest in my people. And as business owners, I think that's hard to do that. It's hard to justify the expense as well as the time. But every time you do that and you are very intentional about it, you bring something back and it more than pays for itself. So I highly recommend any business owner or a person who works in a business that if you're wanting to grow yourself personally and professionally, there's no better place to be than that Sandler Summit.